Well. Happy Monday, everybody. All right, let me get my little screen set up over here. How we all doing today? Let me get a couple more people. There's Facebook. I always get a little nervous when I don't have Facebook on here. Now I got Facebook. It's like my day is complete. Still not mastered the whole Instagram thing, but we're getting there. We are getting there. So good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It is a Monday morning with Maxwell. I really enjoy these Mondays because I study a lot more on the chapter, and this one's a really good one. If my cousin Rob's on here, he's gonna laugh at me because I have always a challenge, and Kastner's also gonna laugh with me because I do have part of my challenge is today's is law of victory, and I love to win and I hate to lose. So it's like a double-edged sword for me. So I'm excited about today's topic because I got to really dive deeper into it. So good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. What's up, Pat and Ryan? Let's see, what do we got here? Amy's here. Brian is here. Stephanie's coming on. Christian. Sandy. Sandy usually has about 4 names, so I have to make sure I look at the video to make sure it's really Sandy over here. Okay, it is. Glenn is here. What's up, Glenn? What else do we got here? Suave is here. Michelle is here. D. What's up, D? Mike from down in good old Texas is here. Chris, what's up, bro? Scott from Michigan here. Robin from Key West. Colin from Seattle. We got all the corners of the state. What's up, Lisa from Texas? Welcome, everybody. It is our first Monday for me with no school for the kiddos. So different world, new summer schedule over here in good old Charlotte world. And I start off with them on vacation. So they are in Hilton Head. So it's like one of those things where it's like, it's been peace, yet I miss them. It's very crazy. For those who have kids, I'm sure you get it. But good morning, everybody. My name is Brock Zevan, life coach, business coach, real estate agent, and a dad. And I'm going to be a little bit off dad duty this week. So trying to catch them right now just to talk to them is like an act of Congress. Like I tried early in the morning, they're already busy playing. You try in the evening, they're already playing. They want nothing to do with dad. So we're going to make it, though. We're going to make it. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. We had graduation weekend on Friday with my little ones. So both Brielle and Bryce graduated. So that was pretty cool. Anybody else had any graduations? I think Sandy recently had some graduations. Anybody else have any graduations with kiddos? Anybody? Well, happy graduation to any of them that you guys did have graduations. And I wish all kids safety and just be careful out there. Traffic is really nice though. No traffic this morning. There was like nobody there. It was nice being able to get to and from places. So let's get started today. So today's topic, first of all, it's been the weekend. I forget. First of all, say good morning in the chat. Who else? Michelle's already did it. Colin, Sandy's done it. Amy's done it. Say good morning in the chat. Your first time on here. Tell us where you're from. Even if you want to tell us where you're from, there's always new people that watch the recording, new people on here. You never know. I had somebody reach out to me this past weekend looking for some business in Dallas. They're looking for an agent in Dallas. So came through on the prayer call that I had. So you really just never know. Yes, it is going to be amazing. So I forgot my affirmation. The affirmation today, everybody together, for those that you don't, just pretend, play along, move your lips. Something good is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen through me. And I truly, truly believe this because it happens every single day. So today's concept, if you get an opportunity, if you're writing notes down, I already wrote down all my notes that I have on here that I'm going to be sharing with you. I got 3 factors influencing victory. I have 5 questions that will be determine the win and losses. And I have 7 concepts that on how leaders view victory. So we got a bunch of notes today for those that are taking notes. There's another Sandy coming in here. So I told you, Sandy, there's always a couple of you coming on here. So there's another one, another Sandy. Can never have enough Sandys. So the law of victory, leaders find ways for the team to win. Leader find ways for the team to win. And as I shared with you guys earlier today, I'm very, very competitive. And sometimes my competitiveness gets me in trouble. Sometimes my competitive makes me do things that, looking back at it, I was like, that was really dumb, Brock. Like, you didn't need to win that. Like, you could have just really taken it easy on that. but I've learned it's also my personality that's on here. So Pat, one of the things that I wrote down here is there's a common thread of leaders. And here's the quote, here's the line that I underlined. The thing that is common with the law of victory, with leaders that are the unwillingness to accept defeat. We're unwilling to accept defeat. The alternative to winning is literally totally unacceptable to them. As a result, they figure out what must be done to achieve victory. Okay. Now I'm going to share with you a quick story about me where this took place when I lost my real estate license. So in June, literally this month, 4 years ago, in 2018, when I was told that I was going to lose my license. I knew at the time period that my lawsuit was taking place because I was dealing with my lawsuit from 2016 to 2018. So as weird as it sounds, I was able to forecast a couple things. So this is something I want you guys to understand, Karen, is when you're going through a challenge, the sooner you accept it, and the sooner that you accept the whether good, bad, or indifferent, but in this case, when you have a problem, when you have a challenge, the sooner you accept it and face it instead of running from it, the faster you can start to strategize a plan. Okay. Many times people, the Boy Scout motto, my little Eagle Scout that I have, was be prepared. The problem is most people in the law of victory, what happens is we are more prepared to lose than we are prepared to win. And we accept losing. And so what happens is when I was getting through this process in June, and they said, you're going to lose your license. I said, okay. They say, when do you want to lose your license? I really was a very weird concept of trying to figure out when I was going to lose a license for a year. I was like, you know what? Let's do it in beginning of December. So I knew for 4 months that I was going to lose my license. And I knew on December 11th, 2018, I was going to lose my license. So I started to strategize. I started to prepare a winning formula at the time period for success. So what I did is when you as a result figure out what must be done to achieve victory, I realized that I had to hang my license in a different state. And so when I lost my license in North Carolina, I just bebopped 25 minutes down the road to South Carolina, and I went to the Keller Williams in Fort Mill, and I hung my license there. I disclosed to them that I lost my license in North Carolina, but I'm still good in South Carolina. Now, the thing at the time period is I had 18 people. So I said, well, I have 18 people on my team. Are you okay with me having me? They're like, yes, come on in. Love to have you. Bring it on. Let's go. And so I had that on my side. I was able to leverage that. So here's my next concept that I wrote down for you guys. Okay. When great leaders find ways to win, this is the crazy thing with us. Okay. When the pressure is on, great leaders are at their best. Whatever is inside of them comes to the surface. So in the case of what I was doing is people would ask, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like I had several people looking at me, talking to me and trying to figure this thing. And I loved it. They're like, Brock, you don't seem to be fazed by this. For whatever it is, I elevate myself in stressful moments. I elevate myself in pressure moments when it comes time for this. Now, some of us by default are put into this position. By default, we're into it. And what happens is we're not used to being in that. The reason why Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and those elite athletes were so good during the 2-minute warning was because something was to take place inside of their brain, inside of their mindset, that they're like, you know what, I'm ready for this. So you can't practice that, which is very difficult. So the only way to get wisdom is you have to go through experiences, good or bad. So the wisdom that was being put onto me was I had a lot of problems that were happening, but I was elevating my stress level. I was elevating my pressure, and I was just like, I got this. And so I don't know if my cousin Rob's on here, but we used to, like, it would always be funny. How many of you played cornhole before? Okay, how many of you got cornhole people? I love having the last bag. I love it. I just love having the last bag. I want to be able to have the shot. I remember playing football at the Panthers Stadium for the flag football championship. It was 4th down, and my crazy self, Brock, I went into the huddle. I had my little Keyshawn Johnson moment, who was a Jets player back in 1996. And I was like, I want the damn ball. Like, just give me the ball. Like, this is the route we're going to run. This is what I want to do. It's 4th down. We need to have this, and I want it. And my buddy Brian Sheehan looked at me. He's like, okay, all right. But I love that pressure. Not everybody is made for that pressure. And if you're not, it's okay. But the law of victory is where we as leaders love that type of pressure. And if you don't like that pressure, you need to hire somebody on your team that can absorb that pressure and can handle it. There's nothing wrong. You still can be a leader. You just be like, hey, we need to get this person involved in this because they're really good at this situation. So here's how leaders view victory. Here's the 7 concepts that I wrote down on how leaders view the victory. This is how we look at it, okay? Number 1, leader is responsible. We basically take ownership. A leader is we want it. We want the ownership. We are in it, Lisa. Losing is unacceptable, Glenn. Losing is completely it is not in our vocabulary for us to make shape of it. It just does not happen. I used to tell all the time, I never lost a best out of 3 in basketball when I was young. I never lost out of best out of 3 because I'd be like, all right, play best out of 7. If I lost best out of 7, I'd be like, okay, best out of 11. If I lost out of best out of 11, I'd be like best out of 21. They'd be like, 21, Brock, we got to play double games. Oh, you lost. You're forfeiting, aren't you? But that's how my brain worked. Number 3, passion is unquenchable. Passion is unquenchable. I started to realize these seltzer waters that I drink, I just never, my thirst is never quenched. It's like, man, I need more of it. I need more of it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to start drinking something else because it was just, I was never satisfied with that. And that's how my passion is to something I crave. Creativity is essential. Creativity is essential. Many people were so pissed off at me when I lost my license in North Carolina. Like, how's he doing this? How is he possibly making money doing this? Is because I became creative and went down to South Carolina and then became a consultant and had my fees paid in a referral, which was 100% legal, but it was creative. I love working with creative people. How can we make a win-win? How can we make a win-win situation? Steve Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Create win-wins. Quitting is unthinkable. Quitting is unthinkable. I'm starting a new real estate team. It is more on a national level with my real estate team. And I shared it with some people over the weekend. And people are like, seriously, Brock, you're doing it again? I thought you had 18 people. I thought you had this. I thought you quit that aspect. Oh, no. One of the things I love with the owner of Chick-fil-A is he talks about bigger and better. And I said to myself, this time I'm better. I'm better than I was back then before COVID. I was better than I was when I had 18 people. I was better when I was at Keller Williams. I'm better today than I was then. I'm better fit now. So I'm excited because quitting is not an option inside my head. Commitment, number 6, commitment is unquestionable. Commitment is unquestionable. There is no denying my commitment. If you are part or around me, you pretty much know we will figure out a way to win. I don't know the answer sometimes, but I will not stop until I get it. I'm 100% committed into it, fail, forward, whatever it might be. Commitment is unquestionable. And the next one, as I shared with you in my basketball, the last one, victory is inevitable. Victory is, I don't think of losing. Just victory is just part of it. Now, there's 3 components to this, as I shared with you. I told you a lot of notes today, a lot of notes. So there's 3 factors that influence victory. 3 factors that influence victory, okay? Now, one of the key factors that it talks about, number 1, is unity of vision. Unity of vision. Everybody has to buy in. Okay, when I coached football, the defense couldn't have their own vision and the offense couldn't have their own vision and the special teams couldn't have their own vision, right? Everybody had to buy in. Everybody had to buy in, Chris. And I love this line. It says a team doesn't win a championship if its players are working from different agendas. See, we all have to be on the same, when we all come on this call today, for those that are on Facebook, Pat and Ryan, we're all on here, okay? We all share the same vision that we want to start off our day strong. We all want to start our day off in the right mindset. We all want to start off our day with discipline. I don't have anybody here giving me the middle finger and say, this is stupid. I don't have anybody telling me like taunting or doing anything else, right? Because we all have the same vision. But is it possible when you're on a team with the wrong leader that the defense or somebody on the team is, a rotten apple will ruin a bushel? It doesn't take much. And so you all have to be within unison. Number two is diversity of skills, the diversity of skills. Now, I'm a very big advocate of these two tests. Actually, the second test has now become a prerequisite for anybody for interviewing on the team, or when I'm leading teams and trying to figure out what they're missing. The first one is the DISC. You really need to understand yourself. And that's why Tuesday at 7 o'clock, my little plug, it's so very important, because a lot of us don't understand ourselves. And so before you even can come in at 7 o'clock, you're all going to get an email here shortly today or first thing tomorrow that you need to take the DISC, and you got to do it within 6 months. You got to understand yourself before you can analyze other people. And number two, the biggest one that I'm now starting to do is the 6 Geniuses by Patrick Lencioni. The 6 Geniuses are 6 ingredients that are part of a makeup of a team. And you don't have all 6 of them. You only can carry 2 of the traits. But some of you on here are frustrated. Some of you on here feel like you're freaking like, I'm just completely exhausted. And when you're exhausted, the chances of winning are reduced, right? And so when they have that joy, what takes place is we are not aligned accurately to what our strengths are on our team and in our organization. And if you run your own show, you're like, well, Brock, I wear every single hat. Well, then you have poor leverage then. I got to help you out with leverage then. I got to help you out with adjusting what you need to do inside of your organization, because you just need to leverage that. So the third one is a leader is dedicated to victory and raising players to their potential. I'm going to say it again because it's a long one. A leader is dedicated to victory and raising players to their potential. John F. Kennedy said it best in 1963 when it says, rising tides lifts all boats. Rising tide lifts all boats. And what that means is you as a leader have to bring everybody up. I say it many times to people who struggle in the morning, my morning crew. Okay. And I said, imagine if you lived with me for 30 days. Do you think you would really love living with me if you don't like the mornings? You're probably going to be like, hell no, do I want to live with you? Right? There's no way, But what I would do is I would raise your morning level to a level that you probably didn't even think existed, Karen. And you probably would start off your morning after 30 days. And why do you think military, and when you're a baby SEAL and you go in and become a Navy SEAL, you come out of there, you're like, I'm a badass. Don't mess with me, man. Like, I've been through hell and back several times, but you have a different discipline, a different perspective, because the victory of where your mindset is different. I'm going to do a couple more crunches. I'm going to do a couple more routes. I'm going to stay a little bit later. I'm going to watch more film. This takes place. Okay. Now, let me go back. I got a couple more minutes left because I got to make sure that I get everything. All right. Conclusion: what separates losers from winning and okay. So what sorry. I got to make sure that I do it because I had it in order. What separates leaders from winning and losing? What is the biggest difference? And the biggest difference, they talked about Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Derek Jeter, all these elite athletes. And what they did is they made the people around them better. So I'm going to ask you, and it doesn't have to be work related, okay? This is like, remember I said a life coach. Each and every morning, I ask God to say, God, who can I help make better today? Besides myself, who's next on the list that I can help make better? Who can I give some sort of gift that you've given me to make them 1% better today that would separate them to help them maybe make a little bit more money, to help them have the right words to say, to help them being able to lift somebody else up that they can do to provide victory in their life. Because wins are the smallest little thing. I woke up today. I went to the gym today. I did my cardio today. I did where's Christian? My power of one more. Every single rep, I did one more. And let me just tell you, my sit-ups today was not very excited about doing one more. I didn't really like that too much, but I did it. I was like, damn, I got it all in today. I did the power of one more in every freaking rep that I did. Because normally I wait till like the last one, but I did every single one today. And it was raining and it wasn't very thrilling outside today. But what I did was I set the tone for what I wanted with the small wins. So today I challenge all of you that are on here today, what small win can you do to yourself? And what small win could you do to somebody else today? What does that look like? Now, there's 5 questions I'm going to end with today before I conclude. The 5 questions to determine whether or not you got the winning or losing. Like, what is it? What is it, this key ingredient? Here's 5 questions he put in here. I want you to ask yourself this. What is your level of expectation when it comes to helping your team or your organization succeed? What is your level of expectation when it comes time for helping your team or your organization? If you go into it drives me crazy right now. I'm a big Jets fan, and of course everybody's crazy because Aaron Rodgers and everything else. And they all said to Aaron Rodgers, what do you think about it? You're predicted to win the Super Bowl. He goes, do you think I ever came into a season not wanting to win the Super Bowl? Do you think I said to myself, you know what, I just hope we win a game or two? No. Each and every day, your expectations is to win. There is no, like, your win is different than my win. I already told you my win today was to do the power of one more. And I thought of Christian because he put out his whole his workout thing. He had it on there. And I was like, damn, I really got to show up today because he's really making me look bad because he's got the full workout spread. And that motivated me. And that was a small little win. So everybody's win is different, but my expectation is to win every day in whatever capacity that might be. Number 2, how dedicated are you to helping your team find wins in their game? How dedicated are you? It goes back to commitment. How dedicated are you to helping your team find wins? How dedicated are you? I was blowing up Michelle this morning. I called Chris in the morning, called Suave in the morning. I was texting people. I was texting Sandy this morning, Michelle this morning. I was like, hey, happy Monday to you. What do you got going on? What's happening? I'm dedicated to it. When you hire me, you don't get me part-time. I'm all in, and you got to deal with me 24/7. I was texting Stephanie. Her and I were talking yesterday about doing things. And I do call you out. Michelle, I do call you out. I'm like, it's the annoying Brock on Monday morning. Where the hell's the homework I was supposed to have? I need this. That's what you hire me to do, is to push you outside of that zone. Number 3, are you going to have the law of victory in your corner as you fight? Are you going to have the law of victory in your corner as you fight? Guys, life is not easy. There's things are going to hit you in your face. Things are going to happen to you today. You're going to be blindsided by something, but are you going to say, I'm just going to take an L. I called today an L. I don't know who I was telling yesterday. I think it was my mom. My mom was saying something about a bad day. I said, Mom, there's no such thing as a bad day. It's a bad moment. Let's go. Get up. You're fine. My mom looked at me. She's like, what did you just say? I said, you didn't have a bad day today. You had a bad moment. You'll be fine. Okay? Don't accept L's in any capacity. And you can't, I mean, like, here's the thing. Somebody's gonna be like, well, Brock, yes, okay. But just don't chalk up the whole day as an L. You have an opportunity. Today's 8:42. Okay. If you had a bad morning, it's fine. You still got the rest of the day to work through it. Number 4, this one's my favorite. Are you going to be relentless in finding ways for your team to win? That's why I love the book, Tim Grover, Relentless. Are you going to be relentless in finding ways for your team to win? See, when I lost my license and I had 18 people plus the 4 employees and everything else, there's no office, nothing. I was relentless. I was like, I am not going to lose. I'm not going to let the people who told me that I have to leave and I'm losing my license, give them a ounce of satisfaction. I'm like, no, I'm going to figure out a way to do this. I became relentless. And now that I understand the whole relentless mindset, my brain is like concocted, like building this team on a national level, which is the greatest thing that I built teams in Charlotte all the time, but it's like now I'm building it as a national level with different phases and different brackets and different things. It's like, and I even said it to some people like, wow, this is really, I've never heard of something like this before. I said, that's right. I said, because I'm better than I was. I'm relentless in what I want to do and where I want to grow. And number 5, in difficult times, are you going to throw in the towel? In difficult times, are you going to throw in the towel? Guys, the law of victory is not easy. Leaders have lost. Tom Brady, most winning prolific quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Athletes all across the world. In ourselves, we've lost in different capacities in our lives and in certain things. Here's the thing. Find the small wins. I tell people all the time, find a small win and build off of it. Just find that small little anecdote when you're trying to make decisions, when you're trying to go through things, whatever it is, just draw a line in the sand. And just be like, here's where yesterday was, here's where today is, and let me start fresh. Every day I start at 0. I don't know who I was telling, somebody else that was dealing with some financial hardships. I said, find out a way to make money today. I don't care if you make $10 today. Find a way to make some money, build off of it, and it could be potential money, whatever it might be. But take small little wins. The law of victory. Okay, the law of victory is making yourself win, because you have to win inside yourself first. Okay, you have to win inside yourself first, because if the team doesn't see you win, how the hell are you going to try to help them out? That's why I like John F. Kennedy. Rising tide lifts all boats. Today, raise your tide. Raise it in some capacity. Text me today that you raised it today. Text me and let me know, because it motivates me. Brock, I raised the tide today. Awesome. Great. I might ask you some more questions on what you did, because it could, you guys, like, this is what it's all about. This is the law of victory. Guys, I hope you liked today. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me something if it meant something to you. You got some good notes on here today. Chris, you better not be taking any notes. You're driving. And look at that, 8:45. Somehow, some way, made it work, Kyle. Made it happen. Mike, D, everybody, love you guys for being on here today. Chad will be with us tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Don't forget my black belt of personalities. Some of you I've texted over the weekend. If I haven't texted you yet, you need to go to bz3.com. Come join, listen in, understand yourself so you can start having better, deeper, more not positive. I mean, we're in the sales world, guys. We have to have conversions to be able to increase our sales, as well as it helps out in your personal life too. So we got that tomorrow at 7:30. So come out and join us. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Love yous. Have a great Monday. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 8:15.